You want to know how I know Drake's lawyers are just unserious people? Because all UMG has to do to get rid of this defamation case is play that one video. Y'all know which video? That concert, there was some blue lighting.
So Drake's accused UMG and Spotify of botting streams for Not Like Us to inflate the numbers, right? And you know what happened because of that? Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is aiming for a roughly 440% increase in U.S. sales and 20% increase in U.S. streams this week.
But I wouldn't be shocked if this man right here wanted to serve Drake some humble pie. And this man being Lucien Grange, the CEO of Universal Music.
Diedrich Devon Williams, who's behind Bars for Life, for XXXTentacion, is now appealing his case, his conviction, his sentence, on the grounds that he did not receive a fair trial. And this is in part due to what his attorneys say is the exclusion of evidence that pointed the finger, or maybe pointed the finger, at other people. And one of those people, whose name has come up, is rapper Drake.
Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy. Drake has a rich baby.
It looks like Drake is stirring the pot again, seemingly taking aim at Kendrick Lamar after losing out on a massive $600 million deal with Universal Music Group, UMG. Drake, once UMG's golden boy, enjoyed perks and privileges no other artist could touch, including a jaw-dropping $400 million deal. But somewhere along the way, Drake seems to have overestimated his influence. Convinced that his bond with UMG CEO Lucien Grange extended beyond business, Drake reportedly pushed for an even bigger $600 million contract. He thought UMG would go along with it because of their history. However, UMG wasn't having it. When they rejected his demands, Drake didn't back down. Instead, he filed lawsuits accusing UMG of RICO violations and even claimed the label was buying streams to promote Kendrick's diss track. Not Like Us. Drake's move highlights a misstep many artists make, confusing professional relationships with personal ones. Kanye West warned about this industry dynamic, stressing that it's all about money and power. Drake, who seemed to believe he was an exception, is now learning the hard way. As if the situation wasn't tense enough, Kendrick Lamar's name has resurfaced. Rumors are swirling that Drake plans to drop a new diss track aimed at Kendrick during his upcoming Australian tour. This suggests Drake isn't ready to move on quietly, setting the stage for a new chapter.
All makes sense. The lawsuit is why so many rappers basically took back what they said about Drake. UMG has been monopolizing the music industry. In fact, they either own or have a joint share in pretty much all the major labels across America. If Drake were to win this lawsuit, the money that will be going to fund some of these labels will be going to Drake.
For years, Drake has been Universal Music Group's UMG biggest moneymaker, generating millions for the label. But it seems he got a little too comfortable, believing he was the one in control. Now, UMG is stepping in to remind him who's really running the show. Drake might have thought he was untouchable, but UMG has proven he's just another player in their game. And let's be real, this isn't the first time the world's largest record label has put Big Star in their place. UMG has no problem cutting down anyone who starts thinking they're bigger than the brand. In case you missed it, Drake recently filed 2 lawsuits against UMG, signaling a major shift in their relationship. The first suit accuses UMG of teaming up with Spotify to inflate streaming numbers for Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. The second is even messier. Drake alleges that UMG allowed Kendrick to defame him, claiming Kendrick falsely accused him of being a certified PDF file in the track. Despite this, UMG still released Not Like Us, adding fuel to the fire. These lawsuits mark a significant turning point in Drake and UMG's partnership. For years, the label treated Drake as their crown jewel. UMG CEO Lucien Grange once even said Drake could name his price and the label would deliver. Drake was UMG's star player, dominating the charts, flooding airwaves with hits, and wielding immense influence in the music world. In return, he enjoyed perks and freedoms other artists could only dream of. However, the cracks in this seemingly unbreakable relationship are now on full display. With lawsuits and drama brewing behind the scenes, it's clear the dynamic between Drake and UMG has shifted, and not in his favor. Drake secured a jaw-dropping deal with Universal Music Group, UMG, reportedly worth $400 to $500 million, an almost unheard-of figure in the music industry. But this deal wasn't just about the money. Rumor has it Drake may have scored some equity, potentially giving him partial ownership of other artists' catalogs under UMG. If true, this could be a game changer, as whispers suggest Drake was quietly eyeing Kendrick Lamar's catalog. Meanwhile, Drake's connection to UMG CEO Lucien Grange has added fuel to the drama. Lucian, already under scrutiny due to his name surfacing in Diddy's lawsuit, is now tangled in new controversies. Kanye West even called Lucian Drake's rich baby daddy, throwing shade on their relationship. As rumors swirl and tensions rise, Drake's moves continue to make waves in both the industry and the headlines.
It cuts Drake's soul. It's like he signed his soul to the devil to not be cool with me, to have to, like, this is his job to go against God. And it cuts his soul. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Things take an even wilder turn with rumors suggesting UMG CEO Lucian Grange told Drake to tone down the drama after Kendrick Lamar hinted he could expose serious industry secrets, especially those tied to the controversial PDF file allegations. The tension deepens when you consider the explosive lawsuit producer Lil Rod filed against Diddy. Packed with shocking accusations, it also brought Lucian's name into the spotlight. Lil Rod alleged that Lucian and Diddy's relationship might have gone beyond professional boundaries. Even more startling, the lawsuit claimed Lucian aided, abetted, and enabled Diddy's alleged crimes. According to Lil Rod, Lucian was a co-conspirator who knowingly benefited from Diddy's ventures, allegedly funneling vast sums of cash to support them. However, the story took a surprising twist. Less than 3 months after the lawsuit was filed, reports emerged that Lil Rod's lawyer had quietly removed Universal Music Group and Lucian Grange from the list of defendants, raising questions about what really happened behind the scenes.
Lucian Grange and Universal Music Group are now dropped from the Diddy lawsuit. Tyrone Blackburn dropped them from the lawsuit with prejudice after the attorneys for Universal Music Group and Lucian Grange said that the accusations were so offensively false that they plan to seek legal penalties directly against the lawyer Tyrone Blackburn and not even the accuser. And I feel like the only reason that Tyrone Blackburn dropped them from this lawsuit is because he knows how good of attorneys these actually are, and they're backed by Universal Music Group and Lucian Grange, so there's some big money behind them.
Just as Lucian Grange and UMG thought they were in the clear after being dropped from Lil Rod's explosive lawsuit, a feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake brought new complications. Kendrick hinted he could expose even more industry secrets, likely putting UMG on edge. The last thing Lucian and UMG wanted was fresh drama, especially after sidestepping the fallout from Diddy's legal battles. Drake, however, seems determined to test his limits. His lawsuits against UMG, accusing them of payola and stream manipulation, have industry insiders saying he's playing a dangerous game. UMG reportedly warned Drake to pump the brakes long before he took legal action. Back in August, Drake dropped a 100-gigabyte bundle of unreleased music and content, prompting UMG to issue a swift copyright strike. 3 strikes were removed from his official site in record time, showcasing the label's firm stance. Despite UMG's warnings, Drake hasn't stepped back. With his lawsuits and Kendrick's cryptic threats, he's on the brink of a showdown that could have serious career repercussions. After sharing a screenshot of UMG's takedown notice for all to see, Drake didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down on his demands, asking UMG to bump his contract up to a staggering $600 million. While Lucian Grange managed to distance himself and UMG from Lil Rod's lawsuit and downplay his connection to Diddy, Drake has brought him right back into the spotlight, and not in a favorable light. Sources close to Lucian and UMG claim Drake has no idea the kind of trouble he stirred up. UMG isn't just upset, they're out for revenge. They've already denied Drake's allegations and even took a shot at him, suggesting that Drake is bitter over Kendrick receiving more genuine love and respect from fans. In a statement to Billboard, UMG said it would never engage in the actions Drake suggested, implying that his claims were nothing more than sour grapes from an artist feeling sidelined. This tension is only escalating, and it's clear that Drake's actions are stirring a storm. UMG responded firmly to Drake's accusations, calling them offensive and untrue. In a statement, they emphasized their commitment to the highest ethical practices in marketing and promotion, insisting that no amount of legal maneuvering could mask the truth, that fans, not labels, choose the music they want to hear. They rejected Drake's claims, asserting that the idea of undermining their artists was completely baseless. Spotify also weighed in on the matter, blasting Drake's allegations that they teamed up with UMG to artificially inflate streams for Kendrick's Not Like Us. In a court motion filed on December 20th in Manhattan, Spotify denied any such deal and called the lawsuit an attempt to manipulate the legal system. The company's lawyers stated they found no evidence of any buy activity and completely dismissed the notion of any agreement with UMG. They added that the entire premise of Drake's legal request for discovery was false, further distancing themselves from the accusations. Spotify's court filing criticized Drake's approach, calling his claims of a conspiracy far-fetched and speculative. They questioned why they were even dragged into the matter and took issue with the way Drake presented his case. Instead of filing a full lawsuit, Drake submitted a rare pre-action petition to demand information, which Spotify argued was a sign that his claims were too weak to stand up in court. Spotify's lawyers stated that Drake's goal was to bypass the normal pleading requirements by seeking pre-action discovery, which would only be granted if his case survived a motion to dismiss. They accused Drake of attempting to subvert the judicial process, arguing that his approach was unconventional and aimed at obtaining information he would not be entitled to in a legitimate lawsuit. Despite Spotify's legal rebuttal, Drake isn't backing